Hi, I'm Tim Tyler, and this is a video about the digital revolution. Digital revolution is a term that refers to the switchover from analog signalling to digital signalling technologies. I've already made a previous video about a closely related topic entitled Ubiquitous digitalisation, and I make many of the points associated with this topic in that video, so you should check that out if you're interested in the general area, and I'll link to it in the sidebar or wherever it is these days. The digital revolution is about the switch from analog signalling to digital signalling and the associated technologies. Many things have changed relatively recently from analog over to digital, so records have turned into CDs and then into MP3s, video cassettes changed into DVDs, analog TV has turned into digital TV, analog radios turned into digital radio, telephones have switched over to digital technology, digital cameras have replaced film, LCD panels which have discrete pixels have replaced cathode ray tubes, and so on. And the reason for this is that digital is simply better for most applications, and the reason it's better is because it allows people to systematically exclude analog noise from the system. So if you've got an analog signal and you've got analog noise added to it, then it's hard to distinguish the signal from the noise, whereas if you've got a digital signal and you add some analog noise to it, then you can at regular intervals extract the digital signal and restore it whilst filtering out the analog noise. So that's the main reason digital systems have won in the marketplace and in people's lives. The digital revolution can be traced back to the origin of spoken language, which has many digital elements. The printing press came in the 1300s, resulting in inexpensive external transmission and storage of digital information, and more recently the first CD was pressed in 1981, and now most human culture is transmitted down the generations using digital media. However, some information media and appliances haven't yet gone digital. Books currently use a partly analog display medium, although it appears that the days of the books are probably numbered now. Some other things are still passed on partly from person to person, such as martial arts, gymnastics, yoga, massage, and so on. Digital media often make some impact in these domains, but currently they fall short of replacing other forms of transmission of information. Also, the human brain itself has numerous analog elements. It can't be copied or backed up, and so seems ripe for replacement by a digital system. What lessons for the future can we learn from the progress of the digital revolution so far? The digitalisation of brains may not go in exactly the same way to what has happened in other domains. The brain has some unique features that mean that it's difficult to digitalise it, which means that it's resisted the process for as long as it has. So take what follows with a pinch of salt. The rate of replacement of old technologies by digital equivalents so far has been relatively rapid. Old media are frequently discarded without being scanned, so we've had huge numbers of audio tapes, records and video cassettes that have basically wound up in the trash. However, often in the past what has been lost is copies of originals, and originals have often been scanned and then they've made it across into the new digital media. Digital players and equipment typically owe little to their analog precursors. A CD player is not really a modified or upgraded record deck or tape recorder, and so old analog playing equipment is often discarded with the digital transition. A few camera lenses, microphones, speakers and cabling have made it across the divide into the digital area, but relatively little else has survived. Human brains have limited data output features, which makes extracting information from them difficult. The best available output channels involve voice, fingers and gesturing. It seems likely that it will be possible to extract most important aspects of human culture from brains in this manner. There are plans to scan brains and extract information from them more directly. However, the brain is a solid 3D object in a fortified location, which results in non-destructive scanning being a difficult technology to develop. And it looks as though developing brain scanning will prove to be extremely challenging, and it may come along relatively late, perhaps after most brains have been functionally replaced by digital equivalents. The brain looks as though it will be the last part of the human information processing system that goes digital. It won't be the end of the digital revolution though, since at that stage there will probably be non-digital plants and animals around. The digital revolution sets the stage for the information revolution, which is the shift of the economy away from material goods and towards information. Before things have gone digital, information tends not to accumulate in such large quantities due to problems with analogue storage. And switching to digital makes information easier and cheaper to store and manipulate, allowing the information revolution to gather pace. Enjoy.